So far through the PVM week, we've done some pretty insane stuff. Some things I'd never thought I'd ever be able to do. I broke my Telos speed record, I duoed the Mirage phase at Yakamaru, and most challengingly, I was able to get myself a solo skip at Araxor, dealing 100,000 damage in 6 seconds, but you ain't seen nothing yet. In this episode, the grand finale, we take things to a whole nother level. In this video, I'm gonna try and solo all 3 elite dungeons one after the other, no banking between dungeons, and no food. To make things even more difficult, I'm only allowed 28 invent spaces. I'm not allowed to bring any sort of beast of burden, so I'm gonna have to choose my setup very wisely. I also won't be allowed to use the Vampirism Aura or Scrimshaw. Any healing I get is gonna have to be as a result of my ability usage. Oh yeah, and that's just the warm-up. After we get that done, I want to become a world record holder. Before we hop into the challenge, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about the Golden Gnome Awards. The Golden Gnomes are an award show that's held at RuneFest every single year, and you can nominate your favorite streamers, YouTubers, and artists by following the link below. If you think anything I've done in the past year is deserving of recognition, you're welcome to nominate me there, although if you have other creators in mind, you're welcome to nominate them too. I have no idea what to expect with this Elite Dungeon challenge, but I've always said there's no point worrying about things that you may not have a problem with. So instead of spending hours on paper trying to figure out the right setup, I'm just gonna set up an invent, take a crack at it, and then when I probably die, I'll make some changes. Let's go. Oh, that's a boss. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, it hurts. Prayer, bro. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Teleport. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. Oh, I defend arcaded. I think I'm gonna die here, but it's gonna be because of my defend arcade. Yeah, I'm dead. I just lost target. Cool. Oh, I'm dead. No! Oh, my res didn't go off. Oh, I would have been okay. Okay, I've now successfully no-fooded all the elite dungeons, just not without banking and not without dying. So I think that's the last practice run. Let's try and do this thing for real. Every time I fail, this is going to set me back about 3 hours, so hopefully we get it done on the first try. Ready? The first boss isn't too difficult so long as you don't make a mistake. You can block the melee attack by standing against the back wall, and you can dodge all the range hits simply by running around. Just takes good execution, and you don't want to make a mistake. If you touch the smoke even for a second, you're probably going to hit the deck, so I played it safe, took it slow, and got it done. The first elite dungeon has very, very difficult trash mobs. I brought a full Acto switch in my invent so that whenever I use my defensives, I could put it on and hopefully get a reset very quickly. This proved extremely helpful, especially for this next section. Masuda is by far the most difficult boss in the first elite dungeon to no food. If I had to rank every single boss across all 3 elite dungeons, I think this boss would be the second most difficult, second to the Ambassador. The mechanics can be very erratic, and it's difficult to predict what the boss is going to do, especially when you're running around. I got off to a very difficult start, and instead of using Sunshine, I had to play it safe and use Immortality. In my previous runs that had failed, the thing that messed me up the most was not killing the water spreads fast enough. I'd play it safe and use defensives, and then I'd end up with Masuda attacking me with ranged while the waters were attacking me with magic, and I just took too much damage to survive. This time around, I knew I couldn't do that, so I took a much more aggressive stance. The other thing that makes this boss extremely difficult to no food is the Immortality ability is completely off limits for the second half of the boss fight. If you use Immortality, it's going to reset the defensive buff that you get for killing the waters within melee distance. Because of this, Immortality is a death wish. So far, so good. We're nearing the end of the first elite dungeon, and I have not used a single of my 28 invent slots. I still have all my prayer potions, I still have the majority of my adren pots and overloads, and I still have my extra steel titan that's going to come in handy in the second and third elite dungeons. Seiryu is extremely easy to no food, you just need to res the big breath attack, and it's a very long and slow boss fight, especially when you're trying to save your supplies like your adrenaline pots. I'm not going to make you guys sit through it all, let's watch the last cycle. Just like that, ED1 should be done. It's time to head into the second elite dungeon. I'm a little worried about some of the mobs and some of the dragons, although I shouldn't have to worry about prayer. I'm going to deactivate my penance aura and activate runic accuracy, and I'm going to throw on my demon horn necklace, which is going to give me prayer for every dragon I kill. 56 scales. Okay, so we made money there. Good. 56 scale drop. Once again, could not toggle the chest to double it because, well, I wouldn't have invent space to pick them up. To the Dragonkin Lab. Oh, it's gonna be so stressful if we get to the Ambassador. Oh my god. Here we go. Out of the first dungeon, into the second dungeon. Because most of the monsters in the second elite dungeon are dragons, you can normally get them stuck and fight them one at a time. This is what I did for pretty much the entire thing. It was slow, but effective. Astalarn is an extremely difficult boss to no food. The mechanics are completely random, and you only have so many defensives that work out. I ran into some trouble towards the end, and I just barely made it out. Oh my god, that was freaking close. Okay, I would have to restart at the start of ED1. Nope. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. I don't know why it ended up this way, but in the second elite dungeon, of the 3 bosses, the Blackstone Dragon is probably the easiest one to go through with no food. You basically just camp Soul Split the entire time, and you don't have to worry about prayer flicking or anything. Just sit there with Soul Split, and you shouldn't have any issues. Well, that's ED1 and ED2 completed, and I still have most of my supplies left for the third elite dungeon. So, yeah, we could actually have this on the first try today. That'd be good. 6 bosses complete, 3 more to go. I'm not worried about the Crassian Leviathan, it's a very simple boss, but both Terrakit and the Ambassador could prove problematic. I also have to get over the bridge, which has hurt me in the past. If I fail, I'm gonna have to restart all the way from the beginning of the first elite dungeon. Terrakit's an interesting one, because if you deal with the mechanics one at a time, it's a very simple boss fight. But as soon as you get bloat spawns as well as portals at the same time, it's very easy to die, and I'd actually say it's more likely than not that you will die if you do that. Interestingly enough, the bloat spawn based on the life points of the boss, whereas the portals are time-based. So I decided to force out the portals by waiting around right before the phase points. I'd finish off the portal, and then I'd phase it immediately after that. This would guarantee that I'd have enough time to deal with the bloat before getting the next portal. This made it a whole lot easier, but there was still some pretty close calls with my life points. This boss also has a pretty slow attack speed, so when the boss is the only thing on you, you can get a lot of life points back just by soul split flicking. This kill speed was extremely slow, but you also have to remember that I did not bring a salve amulet as it wasn't worth the invent space. I was pretty confident I'd be able to get through this boss without it, and it doesn't work on the ambassador, which is the most difficult part of this entire thing. At long last, it was time to take on the ambassador. This is the boss that I died to by far the most when practicing, and I'm really worried, especially about the last 300,000 life points. If I make even the slightest mistake, I'm all the way back to the start, and I have not completed the challenge. We've come too far to screw this up. Oh my god, guys, I forgot my food. Oh, wait. Oh, HP is very, very high. Scrimshaw, oh, thank you guys. Love you guys. Oh god, no! I'm alive. Shit. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Tick res, thank you. 10K, I think I got it. I got it. We're in no rush here. We have to take this slow and do it correctly. My hands are shaking a little bit, but that's okay. We're halfway there. There you go. I'm definitely glad I've got a Titan for this because it's probably carrying pretty hard. Don't rush, boys. Not a problem. And we're done. First try, all 3 elite dungeons in a row, without banking, without food. Done. That was a good little challenge because it required a lot of like just straight up focus. That's my 160th solo. Still don't have a drop yet, but that's okay. Also don't have a drop from ED2 yet. But yeah, You know, that's also okay. That's checkmark number 6 out of 7. We only have one more goal, which is to get a world record. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Honestly, though, that was so cool. This is the PVM record sheet. If you manage to take out a boss faster than anybody else in the game and have the fastest time on the sheet, you can then submit footage of your record and it'll be reviewed by an official. If it passes the review and you haven't cheated in any sort of way, you will then become a world record holder. I have never held a world record on the sheet before. It's something not a lot of people get to do, and I don't have a lot of time to figure out how to do this. I'm going to spend the next hour watching records on the sheet, and I'm going to look for something I think I can beat. The theory crafting is pretty cool, but it's not for everyone, so if you want to get right to the good stuff, skip to about 18 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, I think I figured out the record we're going to go for. It needs to be something that's a relatively short boss fight so I can do a lot of attempts per hour, but it can't be so accessible that the methods would be absolutely perfect. I think the easiest way to do that is to take a record that can't be done with melee. Melee rotations are so completely optimized and perfected, even with perfect execution, I would then be copying someone else's rotation and then just hoping to get higher hits than them. I figured out a boss that's done with the ranged combat style. Hard mode Kriara is a perfect boss for this. To get the world record, you're going to need an AVNZ Slayer task, which is generally a skip task. To make matters worse, you need kill count to attempt the boss, and once you get there, the boss is extremely difficult. The boss hits really hard, has 100,000 life points, and has times that it will force you out of combat for no reason. The current world record is 11 seconds, so I'm gonna have to beat that. I'm gonna have to do 100,000 damage in 10 seconds or less with ranged. I rewatched my Eldritch Crossbow testing video and took a look at this specific chart. This chart looks at the damage potential of the Eldritch Crossbow special attack, Split Soul, and illustrates the insane damage potential of using the special attack with an ability like Rapid Fire. I'm hoping that with a full Slayer helmet, the Genocidal perk, a Death Swiftness, and an Eldritch Crossbow special, I'll be able to do close to 50,000 damage in a single Rapid Fire. Here's the plan for the rotation. Because the character model of hard mode Kriara is 3 squares by 3 squares, the Saren Godbow special can be very powerful, hitting the boss 5 times, but it can also only hit the boss once. It completely comes down to RNG, so I could get the perfect damage for the Rapid Fire, the perfect snapshot, and the Saren Godbow could fall flat at the end. I'm hoping to do enough attempts that I'll have one perfect run where everything goes my way. I sent the plan off to a couple speed killing friends in Discord, and I got some really interesting information back on the respawn times in God Wars 1. I'm gonna need to be counting this respawn time perfectly so that I can get my Death Swiftness and my Eldritch spec off before the boss spawns. If I time it wrong, they're both gonna wear off before I'm able to attack the boss. So, with the rotation planned, it's time to go to God Wars. It basically looks like this. Once you finish a kill, you're going to attack a melee training dummy with range so that it never goes down. These things last up a good 5 minutes, so I've got plenty of attempts per dummy. It saves invent space for food, which I may need because this boss hits like a bus. At the perfect moment, I'm going to put on my planted feet switch and use Death Swiftness. After that, I'm just building on the dummy as much as I possibly can. Exactly 5 seconds before the boss is set to spawn, I'm going to use my Eldritch Crossbow special attack on the dummy. I'm going to turn my camera and spam click into the sky. If I spam click into the sky, it's not going to move my character out of my Death Swiftness, but as soon as something attackable appears between my mouse and the wall, I will instantly be able to attack it. That's how I'm going to get onto Kriara as early as possible. Perfect, go. 1, 2... Oh my god! 12 seconds. 2 seconds off the world record on a practice run. I'm wearing the wrong ring, I'm not using vulnerability, and I'm not using a grimoire. This first trip was not supposed to go well, but all the hits showed up. At this point, I felt really close to the world record, but as I found out over the next 6 or 7 hours, it's not that easy to shave 2 seconds off a 12-second boss fight. I Death Swifted too early. That's too bad. Yeah, see? Oh my god! That was actually only 1 STB hit. So that was without Death Swiftness for half of it. And it was still really close. Okay. Yeah, we just need to be a little more patient, friends, and then we'll get it. No problem. Oh, bad damage. I think that was good rotation, bad damage. I think. I Death Swifted too early again. Sad because my tag was really good too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that also could have been it. This could be it. 2, 3. No, it canceled my rapid fire. I hate this game. That literally would have been it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right rotation, wrong damage. Oh my god, it's spawning so early. I don't know why. Like, that was literally 54 seconds. That's okay, though. Yeah, so that's basically what we have to do. Just without late tagging, I believe. Yeah, we've got a rotation for this. It's going to work. We just need the right RNG. That was a perfect tag, though. That makes me really happy. Why did it spawn so fast? Okay. Yo, mama's so old, she's being added to the game on Fossil Island. Nice. Thank you for that. Okay. World record! Oh my god, my Vol missed. I got the world record. Done. Done. My Vol literally missed. I literally Vol the dummy. And that's still world record. Done. Freaking done, boys. Holy crap. What damage was that, dude? He's parked the bus. He's parked the bus, boys. Your boy is technically a world record holder. That was actually bonkers. Watching it back, I still don't really know why my Vol went on the dummy and not on the boss, but it looks like we didn't need it. I am officially a world record holder, and it's been a good month since I submitted it to the sheet, and I am still somehow holding that record. So, yeah, looks like this was the right one to go for. This boss is absolutely terrible. It randomly stuns you and cancels all your abilities. It has a shield mechanic where it won't take any damage. The spawn times in God Wars 1 are seemingly random, but in 2 Slayer assignments and 56 attempts, the stars aligned and we got the job done. Look at that Saren Godbow spec. On a 3x3, the odds of that happening are so incredibly low that completely makes up for the Vuln. And the triple crit as well, the stars align for this one. That marks the end of the PVM week. 7 challenges in 7 days, all completed. Please do let me know what you liked and what you didn't about this series. I'm not expecting you guys to like every single thing that I put out or every single edit I do, and I went through a bunch of different styles just in these last 3 PVM videos alone. I've never tried to edit PVM achievements like this before, so I tried a lot of different things, and I really appreciate those of you guys who are willing to give something different a chance. It really means a lot to me that I'm able to do this and wake up every morning and play RuneScape, and I don't take that for granted. If there are any videos you'd like me to make, let me know, and I've got a huge surprise planned for the 1st of August. You guys will see it when it hits.